He was stabbed 23 times by his closest friends. Yet even in death, Julius Caesar's name echoed through eternity. No man in history rose higher, fell harder, or changed the world more completely than the man who made himself a god. 2,000 years ago, Rome ruled the world. At the center of its power stood one extraordinary man, who would change everything forever. Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC into a noble Roman family. From childhood he believed one thing: greatness was not given, it was seized. As a teenager, Caesar was kidnapped by pirates on the Mediterranean Sea. He laughed at his captors, and promised to return and crucify them all. He kept his promise. Caesar escaped, raised a fleet, hunted every pirate down, and had them all crucified. Rome had a new name to remember. Caesar entered Roman politics spending fortunes he didn't have, throwing lavish parties, winning the hearts of the Roman people with breathtaking speed. Rome's Senate feared his growing power. They sent him far away to govern Gaul, a land of fierce warriors no Roman had ever truly conquered. What followed was 8 years of the most brutal military campaign in ancient history. Caesar fought over 50 battles, defeating tribe after tribe. His greatest challenge was Vercingetorix, a young Gallic chieftain who united all the tribes of Gaul in one final desperate stand for freedom. Caesar surrounded the Gallic stronghold of Alesia with 18 miles of walls, then built another wall behind his own army to hold off relief troops. Outnumbered 10-1, Caesar's army held firm. Vercingetorix surrendered. Gaul was conquered. Caesar returned to Rome as the most famous man alive. Rome's Senate was terrified of Caesar's power. They issued an ultimatum: disband your army or be declared an enemy of Rome. On January 10, 49 BC, Caesar stood at the Rubicon River. To cross it with an army meant war. He looked at his soldiers and crossed anyway. Caesar's crossing triggered a devastating civil war. His enemies fled. His rivals trembled. Within weeks, he controlled all of Italy without a single battle. His greatest rival Pompey fled to Greece, then Egypt. Caesar pursued him across the Mediterranean in the greatest military chase the ancient world had seen. When Caesar arrived in Egypt, he received a shocking gift: Pompey's severed head wrapped in cloth. Caesar turned away and wept for his fallen rival. In Egypt, Caesar met the most dangerous woman in the ancient world, Cleopatra. She was smuggled to him wrapped inside a carpet to avoid her enemies. Caesar and Cleopatra formed one of history's most powerful alliances. Together they secured Egypt, and Caesar made her the most powerful queen on earth. Caesar returned to Rome and defeated the remaining enemies of his civil war in just 5 campaigns. He famously declared, "I came, I saw, I conquered." Back in Rome, Caesar became dictator for life. He reformed the calendar, rebuilt cities, fed the poor, and transformed Rome into an empire. He created the Julian calendar, 365 days with a leap year every 4 years. With minor changes, this is still the calendar the world uses today. But Caesar's absolute power terrified Rome's senators. A secret group of 60 men calling themselves the Liberators began plotting his assassination. On the morning of March 15, 44 BC, Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, begged him not to go to the Senate. She had dreamed of his blood. He went anyway. A soothsayer had warned him, "Beware the Ides of March." As Caesar passed him that morning, he called out, "The Ides of March have come." Caesar replied, "But not yet gone." Caesar entered the theater of Pompey, where the Senate was meeting. As he took his seat, the conspirators rose and surrounded him one by one. The first blow came from behind. Then came another, and another. Caesar fought back with nothing but a stylus until the daggers overwhelmed him completely. Caesar was stabbed 23 times. He fell at the base of Pompey's statue, his greatest rival watching over him, in stone as he drew his final breath. The conspirators thought killing Caesar would save the Republic. Instead, Rome erupted in fury. The people loved Caesar and wanted revenge at any cost. Caesar's loyal general Mark Antony gave a speech over Caesar's body that turned all of Rome against the assassins overnight. One of history's most powerful moments. The conspirators fled Rome. Civil war erupted again. Caesar's adopted son Octavian hunted down every single assassin and destroyed them one by one. Brutus and Cassius, the leaders of the conspiracy, were defeated at the Battle of Philippi. Both took their own lives rather than face capture and execution. Every single one of Caesar's 23 assassins died violently within 3 years of his death. None lived to enjoy the republic they thought they saved. Caesar's adopted son Octavian became Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. Everything Caesar had built and dreamed became the Roman Empire. Caesar's name became a title. Every Roman emperor after him was called Caesar. The words Tsar and Kaiser both come directly from his name. Shakespeare wrote his most famous play about Caesar. His final words, "Et tu Brute," are among the most quoted lines in all of human literature. Caesar month, July, was named after Julius Caesar. Every time someone says the month of July, they are speaking the name of Rome's greatest son. No man in history has influenced so many things: law, language, calendar, government, military strategy. Caesar's fingerprints are everywhere. From a boy who defied pirates to the man who crossed the Rubicon, Julius Caesar lived a life that no novelist could have invented or improved. Julius Caesar did not just conquer lands, he conquered time itself. 2,000 years later, the world still speaks his name with awe and wonder.